Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the United Star. I am Sid, and with me is our lovely Atanu Madhwa, who is basically the head of all under 18s, under 23, and the women's teams game for the United Star. He runs that side of the channel, and here we are today to discuss our Manchester United Academy fixtures and what is the latest going on with the Academy. If you are new, please do subscribe please do click that subscribe button. It really helps us out, and like this video and share this video. And if you are an old watcher of us, welcome back. So getting on to the video, Atanu, we've seen a couple of new fresh faces in the first team, the men's team, but there have been some recruitments from the academy front as well. Could you just walk us through that? What are those appointments?
Yeah, so Travis Binion is the new under 18s lead coach, and Neil Ryan, who was earlier the under 18s coach, has moved up to assist Neil Wood with the under 23s. There are two Neils now in the under 23s. So Neil Wood is the head coach, and Neil Ryan is the assistant coach. And Colin Little, who was the under 18s assistant coach, will continue his role. And Travis Binion is, of course, the lead coach. And we have appointed a new head of player development and coaching who goes by the name of Justin Cochran, who will overlook all these things like working closely with the head coaches and everything from the age group of from the age group of 17 years to 23 years. So he will work closely with Neil Wood, who's the head coach of under 23s, and Travis Binion from the under 18s, and he'll provide them with experiences, and he'll tell them what to do with each of those players, and at an individual level, and that will help them to play professional football at the highest level possible. And Mark Dempsey will lead the core coaching team across the academy. He's basically the head of all the coaches in the academy, and he's basically educating and mentoring all these coaches who are the new coaches, not Neil Ryan, Neil Wood, but the new coaches who are coming through the ranks at Manchester United as well. So these are the only changes that we have seen. We have seen Paul McShane coming back to United as a player coach as well. So
A certain Irish
these
guy
are
would
the
be very
only.
happy with that.
Definitely.
So, bro, now we've spoken about the backroom stuff and all, but we are seeing the rise of a very talented youth. In the last few years, we've seen Hannibal, Shola, Mason coming up in the ranks, and obviously he's almost become a starter now. Um, but there are some players who need to develop more on their skills, and that's why they've gone out on loan. So, who are those players who've gone out on loan, and which ones should we all look out for?
I mean, of the lot of players that have gone out on loan, I think everybody is at that level who can perform for Manchester United first team in the coming years. But yeah, I'll list out all the names that have gone out. We've Nathan Bishop, who's a goalkeeper, who's gone to Mansfield Town. We
Mhm.
have Ethan Lade, who's joined Swansea City a few days back. He's a right back. Will Fish, all saw him play for the senior team in the preseason. He's a centre back, and he has joined Stockport County. And he won the man of the match award in their last game as well. He's performing really well for them, and good for us. I mean, there are a lot of good centre backs right now, and Will Fish, another one that we are grooming to become the next big thing. We have Deshaun Bernard, who's another centre back. He's gone to Hull City. Tahit Chong, everybody knows who Tahit Chong is. He's gone to Birmingham City. I think he got a knock or he got injured in their last game. I don't know his injury report or his medical report. We'll be getting to know about that in the coming days. Then there's a left back, Reese Devine, who's joined St. Johnstone, and my favorite, Ethan Galbraith, central midfielder, who's joined Doncaster Rovers. And here's a fact about Doncaster Rovers: the manager of Doncaster Rovers is Richie Valens. Wellen started his playing career for Manchester United, playing alongside the likes of Wes Brown and John O'Shea. And right now, he's a manager at Doncaster Rovers, and his son Charlie Wellens plays for Manchester United under 23s. And he has played with Ethan Galbraith for the academy, and now Ethan Galbraith is playing under his father at Doncaster Rovers. So here's a fact for you all you guys.
Crazy, crazy. Now, of course, fans want to watch the under 23s, and rightfully they should, because the under 23s, the under 18s, they are the future of Manchester United. We have one of the best academies in the world. We had the class of 92 in the best batch of youngsters to ever play the game. Uh, but but there is this very, very, very weird rule that has come out, which says that whenever there is a Premier League match going on, you know let's say if it's a Leicester versus West Ham or something, Manchester United cannot show their under 23 and under 18 games on MUTV, which when I heard of it, it
Yeah,
sounded kind of weird.
I'll tell you
What's
what
your take on that?
exactly. I'll tell you what exactly it is. It is basically that MUTV won't be able to show the any game, academy game live due to broadcasting restrictions, which mean a Premier League 2 fixture, which is basically the under 23s fixture, cannot be screened, cannot be streamed or broadcasted or whatever the term is, if a Premier League game is taking place at the same time. Like for example, there is City Plus for Manchester City fans for on like we have MUTV, and there is LCFC TV. I mean, all these things are there, but they
City
won't
have
be able to.
fans?
I mean, yeah, a few hundred people who showed up at Jack
I
Grealish's
mean,
signing
they
announcement.
didn't. I mean, you could see the whole fan base at the Community Shield. I'm pretty sure City Plus is not going to get too much.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll be that bothered with it anyways. But yeah, sorry, carry on.
yeah. So they won't be able to stream their respective Premier League 2 teams match. And, I mean, it is a very weird rule because, for example, United men's team is playing on Friday, women's team is playing on a Saturday, and then academy teams are playing on a Sunday. So I would want to watch to watch the games of under 23s and under 18s and getting to know about the players a lot more. And now that won't happen because a Premier League fixture, of course, would be taking place on a Saturday or a Sunday. So I mean, a very weird rule, but let's see what happens. Last season we got a lot of games for under 23s on Mondays, so I hope the same thing happens this time and it doesn't clash with the Premier League matches.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that, man. Because I don't think we can judge by highlights, because highlights is essentially United showing the best parts of the game. But
Yeah,
we need to
definitely.
know,
I
as
think
fans, we need to know the
uh,
strengths and weaknesses of our under 23s. But now,
we won't be able to show how they move off the pace or whenever they are off possession or whenever they lose possession, how do they, come back to their senses and will try to win the ball back. Those types of things won't be available in the highlights reel that United post.
exactly. I mean, I think if we watch the game, then we will know the strengths and weaknesses of the players. But finally, in the end, coming to the games, I mean, how has the academy performed so far in this new season? I think the preseason for the academy or something is going on. The season's going to start in a couple of weeks.
No, season has started. Preseason happened, but of course, United don't put out the news more often. So, I mean, we know of a game that happened against Sheffield Wednesday, in which a lot of a mixed from under 23s, under 18s played against them, and we won 4-2. But the season has started. Under 18 Premier League has begun on Saturday, if I'm not wrong, on the 14th of August. So it was a Manchester derby, the first game, Manchester United under 18s versus Manchester City under 18s, and we lost 3-0. But I think we got to see a lot of new players. I mean, there were at least six and under 16 players playing for the under 18s, and there have been many new players in the under 18s because obviously we've seen a lot of under 18s players move to under 23s. So it was a very youthful lineup that was fielded by Travis Binion, who's the new coach, and it contained many under 16s. I think there were six under 16s, like I said before. So yeah, I mean, I won't judge them on the basis of this one game, because at the end of the day, even if you lose all the games, uh, and you have developed a lot more players, I think that is fine with me. Winning games is obviously necessary, but developing players is the main focus, should be the main aim for the academy teams. So I think I'll let this one go, but obviously I would want the Charlie McNeill-esque performance from these players in the coming games. So let's see what happens. But yeah, I mean, yes, 3-0 is a bit disheartening when we think about it, but we should know that Travis Binion is a new coach, and we've seen so many youth players coming into the under 18. So obviously their exposure to the high tier matches is necessary. So coming back, going from under 18s to under 23s, under 23s played their first game of the Premier League 2. against Leicester City under 23s on Sunday, if I'm not wrong. Sunday, yeah, 15th August. And we were losing 2-0. And I don't know what's this thing at Carrington, which, the coaches are telling the players, but amazing comeback. We've seen so many iconic comebacks from Manchester United, be it the men's team, be it the women's team, and now Academy is doing it as well on a regular basis, which shouldn't be happening. We should be a lot more sound defensively, but that's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, I was really impressed with the performance. 2-2, Demani Mellor and Charlie McNeill scoring the two goals, the two comeback goals. I think Demani Mellor scored the goal in the 83rd minute, from which our comeback started. The moment our comeback started, Demani Mellor, he was injured for a year, I think, due to an ACL injury or a knee injury. And here's something that I have been thinking: if Demani Mellor wasn't injured, we wouldn't have seen Anthony Elanga in the first team. We would have seen Demani Mellor in the first team, because he is a great player, but injuries, we know in how bad injuries are. So that 1 year was kind of stolen for him from him. I mean, if he had that 1 year, maybe we would have seen Demani Mellor in place of Anthony Lang, or maybe both of them together. Charlie McNeill, that guy oozes class. That guy is a goal scoring machine. Another goal, and I more than the goal, I was really impressed with the assist that Alvaro Fernandez made. Amazing assist. I mean, he's a left back, and right now there are a lot of good wing backs or full backs in the men's team. We've Luke Shaw, Alex Telles, Brandon Williams. We have Aaron Wan-Bissaka, we have Ethan Lade, and in the women's team as well, we have Una Bhatia, one of the best fullbacks in the league right now. We have Hannah Blundell coming in, Martha Harris, Kirsty Smith, and now we have Alvaro Fernandez here as well in the under 23s, and he's an amazing player. I think he has that he has that opportunity to be in the first team if anything happens to Luke Shaw or Alex Telles, which I hope it shouldn't happen, because I wouldn't want anybody to get any injuries. Coming back to the starting 11, a lot of players that we know of started. We had Matej Kovar starting in goal. We had Paul McShane starting as the centre back. We had Charlie Wellens as well. We had Alvaro Fernandez, Zidane Iqbal, Dylan Levitt, Shola Shoretire, Omori Forson. Charlie McNeill was on the bench. He came off the bench and scored that comeback goal, that equalizer. So I think these are the types of moments where we see that players have that determination to come back, and to show that yes, it isn't over until the last minute, and that football bloody hell.
Absolutely agree. I agree with you, man. I think the DNA, the spirit of Manchester United is running through the first team, women's team, under 18 team, under 23 team. I think every squad has that DNA. I was actually going to ask you about Charlie McNeill, getting a game or two for the first team, but you already answered that.
I mean, yes, he is near to it, but right now I wouldn't want him to come straight into the first team. I think he needs to get that one full season where he smashes all the records that there are to be broken for the under 23s for the Premier League too. But yeah, I mean, if there is one player who can sure shot make it to the first team, the first name on that list would be Charlie McNeill, with his goal scoring traits that he has.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I also really want to see him in the first team. I think he would have a somewhat Greenwood kind of trajectory if everything goes right. But anyways, man, I think that's about it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please do go watch our academy. These are Manchester United boys. These are the future of a club. They need your support as well, as much as you guys support the men's team and team.
Watch the women's team as well,
Yes.
guys. This is a very important season for them. We can get into the top 3 and get into the UWCL as well. So support
but
all teams.
That's for
of
the women's
Manchester
video,
United,
which we will do later.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
guys, thank you for watching. Do subscribe to our channel, like I mentioned, and you might have seen the whole graphic coming up again and again somewhere down here. Do like this video and do share this video and comment what you think, who you are excited to see in this season from the academy. Like Atanu and me, we want to see Charlie McNeill in the first team. Who would you like to see in the first team? And thank you for watching.